Good morning. The kids are here with me. Well, the girls. Boo's out for a walk with Steph right now. I'm sort of in the dark, and I do apologize for that, but it's early still. We're trying to get a really early start to go up and do our annual pilgrimage to World Market. And it's pretty much a given that we fill our stockings with things from World Market. We've just always done it. And I think we skipped 1 year because there wasn't one close enough near to us, because we used to go always on Black Friday. And then it just got to be too crazy to get there on Black Friday. And then when we moved here, it just kind of changed to whenever we can get up there and shop the store. So gonna head up there, but they're not opening until almost 9, and that's actually late, because like all the other stores around here are opening around 7 in the morning because of the holiday. So gonna go get that done and pick up items for the stockings. My friend ended up canceling our lunch, which I'll get into a whole probably side conversation about that later today. Anywho, so hopefully I will be back in time to watch Dee Dee Beans live, and by the time you see this, it will be past that. So I reminded y'all yesterday about that. So hopefully I'll be able to watch that and participate. Ooh, what are we chewing on, ma'am? No. Pickles is still in her chewing phase. So, yeah, so I got that shopping done, and I'm trying to decide if we're going to do the drive-through Christmas lights tonight or not. Maybe not. Might be tomorrow. So we'll see what the day brings, but I'll check in later. That was interesting. I spent a lot of money, didn't buy nearly what I wanted to buy.
Same.
He was having trouble finding the things that I normally get in my stocking, which is odd because normally they have a ton of it all the time. So the stores just seemed like it didn't have as much as it could have had. I almost went on a buying spree for myself, which was totally defeats the purpose, but I started going down the English British aisle, I guess, is the term for it, because I've been obsessed with English teas and going to afternoon tea, and they had clotted cream and they had scones and all these, things for it. I was just like, I'm going to buy all of these things and have my own afternoon tea at home.
You don't drink tea, darling.
I don't drink tea. That's the hysterical. But then I watch some of these ones where they're drinking like champagne, or they're get hot chocolate and, half a drink tea, and occasionally there's a coffee. So I'm just like, I don't have to have tea, but, he likes tea. So if we go, we'd be having that kind of... I taste it. I'm not a fan, but I guess in England, most people put a ton of milk and sugar in there. So maybe if I did that, I'd like tea. I don't know, but I like milk tea, like boba tea.
I think I've made English breakfast with a bunch of milk and sugar and had you taste it. Do you remember anything like that?
I don't.
Okay.
No, I remember having like the iced tea. So we've done like Republic of Tea, iced tea. I've got some like blackberry tea that I enjoyed.
That's right.
Sweetened tea.
You liked.
But hot tea, just never really been a fan. So, which is ironic because I love watching these teas on YouTube. I subscribe to like several, and I just keep watching them. It's pretty sad. So.
Well, there's so much other besides tea in those.
There are a lot of pastries and things too, but I'm just fascinated by the whole process and just the indulgence of it, I guess. So, anywho, I'll check in later. I just spent 5 minutes looking for the Starbucks. I don't know how I got lost in this neighborhood, but it's pretty sad. Anywho, the special right now is when you buy any festive beverage, you get a free little tiny kid size hot chocolate for free. And I'm not one to look a gift horse in the mouth, so I'm getting those free hot chocolate no matter what. So Steph's going in there, pick them up, getting a chino for the kids. We'll go home, have the treats, and hopefully get some stuff done. I thought I should share the interior of the FJ since I didn't share on that one video. This is to remind me whenever I'm out playing. And I have all of these patches that go up on my headspace, which is a little bit odd, I know, but that's my quirkiness, but this is my favorite. I thought I'd take a minute to just talk about, it's not even a pet peeve. How do I want to phrase this? I feel so ungrateful and horrible for saying it, but one thing I wanted to kind of chat about, I took off my ring to put my lotion on and forgot, was you don't see a lot of my friends on here, and there's a reason for that. And I probably was going to address it during the Ask Me Anything if it came up in one of the questions, but I'll just go ahead and say it now. So I'm a very introverted person, so my circle of friends is actually quite small. And for the most part, so I had a friend that I was really close with for my former work, and she's the one I hang out with the most currently. But the funny thing is that we don't have the most in common as far as like hobbies and stuff. It's like we like to shop, but we don't really shop for the same things. And that's kind of a common theme with most of my circle of friends right now, at least in real life. It's like I have like online friends and people I've met that I associate with, and like when I went to Chicago and met all that group of in Caleb's circle, that it's like we just immediately like hit off, and you know, everything was just like I've known these people for years. The things that I tend to enjoy or like, I don't have a lot of folks in my real life that have the same hobbies or interests that I do. So it's like I have the group of friends that, you know, liked off-roading and that type of thing, adventuring. So I have those, you know, that I reach out and hang out with for that type of interest, or people that, you know, maybe want to just go out to eat, work people, friends that like to shop in general. But as far as like luxury or fancy things or enjoying that type of thing, there's no one in my life that enjoys spending money to that caliber. It's not that I don't have I'm not rich by any means whatsoever. But I'm okay. We're comfortable. I make a good living, and I don't have kids. So obviously I have disposable income because I don't have, you know, human children. I have very expensive fur children, but I don't have that expense. So for the most part, you know, my disposable income is thankfully mine to spend however I choose. And I choose to spend it on fancy, expensive coffee and fragrances, handbags, and the like. And I don't have a whole lot of people in my life that have those same interests. Even my husband, could care less. It's not fascinating to him. Like, he tolerates it because I do it. So like when we're in Hawaii, when we're in downtown Portland, you know, it's just like, because I like it, he'll tag along, but for the most part, he does not give a crap about it. And in a way, I think that's kind of why I continue to do YouTube and still put stuff out there, is because it gives me an outlet and an interaction with folks about something that I enjoy and find interesting. But at the same time, it's just kind of not fun to and to not have people to share it with here locally. And it's not exactly the type of lifestyle most people are interested in. This is a very, but it's all about the organic lifestyle and the outdoor lifestyle and everything up in Oregon. And I'm sure there's exceptions to that, but you don't see a whole bunch of really fancy cars. There's certain areas that you might see things, but for the most part, it's not a common thing that you will see all over Oregon. It's like certain just niche locations, neighborhoods where you might see more upscale, either, types of housing, cars, boutiques, what have you. They're really centralized in certain areas. It's not as broad as you might encounter in other states or cities that are out there. So it's just kind of something that I've noticed the last couple of years, especially during Vlogmas, is trying to like, hey, do you want to go do this? It's like, for the most part, it's like pulling teeth with people I know to want to go do something that might include the items that I want to do. It just by happenstance, if there is something that I might notice while I'm out and about with somebody, I can film it briefly. But as far as it being like the theme or central focus of the outing, it's like not going to happen. So it's either I do it alone or I don't do it at all. So it's been a little frustrating to not have that ability or that outlet and just be able to, unfortunately, I've moved significantly farther away from where the central shopping and everything is. So for me to, go in to that region, it takes some planning. So like I planned to go to the symphony and do these things for Vlogmas. So while I'm in downtown Portland for the symphony, I happen to check out like Louis Vuitton, or I happen to check out, the Nordstrom down there that has Chanel and whatnot, or the Gucci that's there, or there's Tiffany's there as well. So while I'm there for the event, I happen to go into a store at the same time. But for the most part, it's not anything that's coordinated with other folks. Not that I wouldn't be able to do that in the future, but right now it's just not as easy as it could have been when I was in that area. Sometimes I think about, we going back up there, but right now with my current job, I work in the Salem area, and it just makes more sense to stay here rather than move back up to that region, even though I do have the flexibility, being able to work from home, to live anywhere in the state. I don't see the benefit and even need to pack up, sell a house, and move. I don't see any reward other than being closer into the things that I like and want to do. But then again, I could probably move to just about anywhere and be close to things like that, like in Seattle or Chicago even, or, anywhere really that has these items, and they might even be a cheaper living area than it is here in Oregon. So anywho, just kind of was thinking about this morning with my friend, canceling it was literally just going to be a lunch and maybe some just walk around a mall type of thing. So nothing that special, but it just was like, oh, something to do and something to chat about for today. So instead I'm chatting about how I don't really have that many folks that I can do these things with. So maybe that will change in the future. We'll see. It's day 16. Hey,
Lighting a fire.
It's called Peaches and Green.
Oh, yeah,
Smooth peach green tea. That'll be probably one of your favorites.
I don't think I've had that. It has nothing. It's been at Winco.
Let's see.
All right, 16 is 16 up here.
Yeah.
There's 6. There's 16.
It's in a gold box. I don't have very many gold boxes.
There's 2.
2 presents.
Renutive Estee Lauder Ultimate Diamond Transformative Energy Eye Cream. And this is very tiny, tiny print that I can't read with my old man eyes.
I just think it's regular cream.
Okay.
I can't read either.
Well, there you go. That's Estee Lauder, though.
I don't have old man. Well, I have old woman eyes, but I'm just blind. I've always been blind.
Yeah. I can see fairly good with my... even without my glasses, but close-up reading is tough. Okay, the popcorn is... okay, this is like a red popcorn.
It's fancy.
Purple popcorn. There you go.
Oh, there we go.
It's in your power color.
I might have to make that soon. Fun.
All right, so
Day 16.
16 for the... okay, here's the little biscuits.
What kind of treats do I have in there for you?
It looks like beef livers.
Bubba's! I made livers.
Okay.
I made them by buying them at Costco and putting them in a plastic bag.
Putting them in a little bag and stuffing them in the advent calendar.
Yes, I know.
Indeed.
Excited.
Okay.
Look at Bamboo. He's like, what? Livers?
Do a sit pretty, mister.
Yes, give me the livers.
That's a good sit pretty. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Okay, pickles. One for the
It's a
pickles.
pretty big piece for Miss Pickles. Yeah.
Well, those are the size of
Massive
the...
woman.
that's the size of the pieces that are here.
Yeah, but I usually break
Bamboo.
them up.
Bamboo, you just
I
got
break
one.
them up for
Okay,
the pugs.
you're a big boy, so you can have another little nibble. And Dolly, since what's coming out of here, she's not gonna like. So
Exactly.
there you go.
All
All
right.
right.
Fishies. I know she's like, why didn't I get another piece?
Here's 16. Oh. I know you're busy, so I made a list of all the things. Okay, yeah, so that's day 16 just has the thing that says this is my wish list. Okay, oh, just one, okay.
Just break off a little piece for Pickles.
Yeah. Where does this tire open? Wow, this is actually difficult. There we go.
Boo's staring again.
Sorry, Boo, the bag is being difficult.
Give me the treat, Dad.
Okay.
Give me the
Break
treat.
off a little bit for Ms. Pickles. There you go, buddy. And there's one for the pickles.
Right, mamas. That's what was
All
delicious.
right. Is it good?
We're gonna go have our dinner. We're gonna go have our Dave's hot
Or
chicken.
should we
that-
give a little something for Dolly? Are there
Another
trees
one?
here? Oh, here we go. There's at least a tree. Because she didn't get anything out of that one.
Okay. I'll give you a sit. Isn't she
There
a
you
good
go.
girl?
Good girl. She's the best.
Yes. Boo, you're done. We're
You're
done.
the best too, Boo.
Say goodnight, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
For it, I know you